Welcome to the Raw Spotlight podcast, where we feature inspiring leaders in the B2B space and share their unique stories. Let's get started with the show.
Hi, welcome back to the Raw Spotlight. I'm Emily Au, co-founder of Ready Outwork, joined by my business partner, Victor Huynh, and senior web developer, Michael Chan. Today, we're having another special episode. We're coming to you once again from WordCamp 2025 in Portland, Oregon, and we're diving into our key takeaways from day 2, from community moments to fresh ideas shaping the future of WordPress, web design, and digital strategy. If you missed our day 1 recap, be sure to check it out. We covered some trends, key community insights, and what agencies and B2B organizations can learn from the WordPress ecosystem. So settle in, get comfortable, and get ready to be inspired. Before we start, I have a sponsor message. This episode is brought to you by Ready Outwork, a website-first digital marketing agency focused on long-term growth. Our proven 7-step website blueprint is at the heart of everything we do, designed to build high-performing lead-generating websites. If you want to learn more or a full breakdown, check out our episode on the 7-step blueprint or visit readyoutwork.com to learn more. Like I mentioned, joined again by my business partner, co-founder, Victor, and our senior web dev, Michael. Victor led our growth from a garage startup to one of LA's top website agencies, helping clients succeed through branding strategies and custom websites. Michael, he brings over 12 years of development experience and has been leading an ongoing project with our client Adobe Systems for over a decade, specializing in accessibility, performance, and enterprise-level web solutions. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Michael. Welcome, Victor.
Good to be back. Day 2.
Yeah. So, day 2. What caught our eyes today?
What caught our eyes? I think the first thing in the morning, right, aside from opening remarks, was a pretty interesting talk from Danny Sullivan. Mm-hmm. And those of you that don't know who he is, he's one of the senior leads search at Google. Yeah. Also founder of Search Engine Land, right? And people in SEO would know that as well. So he's a celebrity within the SEO community. Within WordPress, I think some people know him. Some people that aren't into like the marketing side of things probably don't know who he is, but he's kind of a big deal. Yeah. So it was interesting to hear his breakdown and challenges that Google is kind of going through right now, and some of the stuff that they're adding, some of the features and tools, and his thought process when it comes to best practices for GEO, right? Generative, engine optimization, or what? There's so many acronyms now, SEO for AI, basically.
Right.
So it was interesting to see his perspective and his challenges that are very unique compared to other platforms like Perplexity or ChatGPT, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to AI, those guys are starting from scratch, right? When it comes to a search platform. Mm-hmm. So they're rolling out how they structure, and people are kind of bending around how they're structured. Whereas Google obviously have legacy. So there's going to be people, you can't keep everyone happy, right? You're going to have the new AI stuff, and then all the older generation people are going to be upset. For example, some, younger people like short form videos.
Right.
Some older folks might enjoy reading. They can read faster than watching a video. Mm-hmm. So trying to please everyone is a big challenge. Yeah, I would say that's unique to them as the top dog, right? That they have to keep everyone.
They have a legacy of audience that they need to keep happy.
Correct. And not news, but that he's sharing that people going through AI or more AI focused searches are going to be stickier. They're going to convert more. They're engaging longer. Their time on sites are longer. So it's not surprising to us in the industry. But, for those of you that are not aware, we've also been observing that traffic coming from AI typically is more valuable and stickier, stay longer because they have now more context instead of jumping back and forth. Okay, I need to search for background information about this topic. Now I'm ready to shop, or now I'm ready to reach out, right? So very similar to what we're seeing on the AI side. But they have some really cool stuff that they're rolling out as well. One of them was multimodal, where they're leveraging AI, video and text together, and then you could shoot, it's beta, so you can shoot a video of what's happening and you can upload it and then ask Google basically, hey, what's going on here? Right? What's happening in this video footage? So you can see someone making candy in a window while you're walking, and then upload that, and then Google will give you answers to that. So I thought it's pretty nifty. A lot of cool stuff that they're rolling out. So that's the biggest one, and it started the day, with a really big, interesting topic for me. Yeah. Do you have anything to share, Michael? What stuck out to you?
I guess today's session for the morning one, we went to the WordPress core AI, which they talk about, the WordPress team. They talk about the AI features that they are actively developing and gaining traction. So it's basically this developing as packages and plugins to the WordPress core, and when they deem stable, they will merge it back to the core. So right now it's more like a features, and because AI is changing every day, so they don't want to adjust the core every single day. And so basically it's more for WordPress and plugin developer focus. So I think there's a lot more plugins that has to do with AI now. So basically asking the plugin to reach out to external AI system agents to perform stuff for them, and also using AI agents to reach into the WordPress system itself. So they talk about how it connects from one to another, and how plugins developers can leverage these tools and basically list their capabilities in the directory. So WordPress know all the AI capabilities that your plugin does, and which in terms they take it and leverage this MCP, the model context protocol, for AI agents to use. And you can basically ask ChatGPT to write a blog for you using your plugin, stuff like that.
So they're trying to enable or make the platform friendlier, or enabling third-party developers to integrate AI into what they do on the WordPress ecosystem, right?
Yes.
And we've been hearing MPC. Maybe you can share just briefly, high level, without getting into too technical, what is MCP and why is everyone talking about it the last 8 months?
I think it came out late last year or early this year. So it's basically a protocol, a standard protocol that you can use to plug into different AI agents. So myself, I use Cursor. So you can use your code editor. They have an MCP, kind of like a protocol that you can use, and you can type prompts into your code editor in this case, and then you can ask it to leverage pull data from different system like Google Docs or something, and use that data to pull it into your code editor and use it. And the AI agents will understand what you're talking about and write code that personalized to your data.
Oh, that's cool. So now the WordPress instance itself becomes like a central hub that connects the AI raw data and capabilities, and it kind of speaks back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the vendor today as stuff AI agents, stuff like let's make my WooCommerce store mark up all the product price in 10%, and they'll understand, log into your WordPress system and mark up all the price for you.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, that's a really big, feature if as they're rolling out, and it's coming out soon. I think he said it was they're rolling out at the end of this month or something like that.
Yeah, they'll be coming into the 6.9.
Yeah, and a lot of other talks that we've been going to or that we see on the calendar are all talking about AI integration into WordPress and how to host your own and how do you do all of these things. So this is really core that's going to enable more of that to happen. Cool. Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
So for our non-technical listeners, MCP is, just in a couple of words, it's basically a connector for the LLMs.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, so you can become that interface. You can build an interface. Like if you log into chatgpt.com, it's being hosted somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So WordPress can be that version for you where you're now using it to do a lot of cool stuff.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not having to pay for that platform, for example, like $20 a month or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can integrate it and you can do a lot of cool stuff that's maybe not even available. Mm-hmm. And allows you to toggle back and forth which models you want to use. You want to use stuff that are better for generating text, better for images. So it opens the door. And that's kind of the spirit of WordPress as well. It's open source. And for those of you that don't know, open source is just a licensing model that allows the community to kind of continue building, right? So there's not one person that owns everything and charges everyone to use it. So in the spirit of open source, they want to make sure that they build a platform that's going to enable more and more people to participate in this technology.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting. I know it's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo to many of you, but for the technical people, it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump a little bit on like any cool tools or workflows or new tips that we've learned today that all three of us want to explore more when we return home.
Do you have any? Let me see.
Do I have any? Well, we visited the booths, the exhibitors' booth today, and there were pretty exciting releases or of new things. For instance, Elementor is coming up with a Ask Angie. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty cool. It's not out yet, but I think they said end of the month or beginning of next month, something like that. So that's pretty exciting. There's still a few things that's kind of muddy in terms of how I understand the subscription or the behavior, but how they explained it was as a Elementor user, you can have credits in your account and it'll come with free credits. And especially in the beginning, it'll come with quite a lot of a good amount of credits for you to use. And you're able to prompt using their AI platform to do certain things for you within, Elementor. So it isn't account based in terms of website account based. Mm-hmm. It is user based instead. So I would have, Emily agency account, Michael would have a Michael agency account. And then if we were to help our clients with their website, then admin one of our client will have an Elementor Ask Angie account to do certain things within Ask Angie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to testing it out and see what it is and what's not.
Yeah. I guess it would, speaking of vendors, I think one conversation I had was with Yoast. So those of you with WordPress are in SEO probably heard of Yoast. They're one of the most widely used plugin for SEO on the back end of WordPress. So they're integrating some really cool tools that, now are thinking about GEO or AI SEO, right? Where you're able to kind of handle some of the more technical stuff a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The other piece is that they're now starting to get into like reporting. So we see a lot of everyone's kind of expanding their capabilities, and the lanes aren't as clear as before. Before if you had, okay, I'm an SEO analysis tool like SEMrush, right? Then we just use SEMrush. If you're doing WordPress optimization for SEO, then you're in Yoast, and the lanes were always very clear. But I feel like with the advent of AI, everyone's kind of creeping cross borders a little bit more, and we're starting to see more and more overlap. Not necessarily a bad thing for the users and for us as agencies, right? Because we pay a lot of money in licensing for every tool, right? But again, we have to really test everything out. Even though it sounds cool, we really need to test it. That's the responsible thing to do, and to see if it's really good as the salespeople kind of pitch it, right? And see what's the use case and whether or not it's worth it for our clients, right? But it's cool to see that evolution and that they're not complacent. Everyone's kind of moving forward. So, yeah. What about you?
For me, I guess it's interesting to see how the Automatic, the company behind WordPress, has a variety of tools to help building the website, and it's all coming together. So like WooCommerce, Jetpack, and other hosted solutions, and local development tools that developer can use to help automate all the process. And yeah, it's excited to see how especially WooCommerce came along too.
Yeah. I think from Automatic, Pressable is one of the branches that is under Automatic. We spoke with one of the reps there, and she spent a lot of time with us. Shout out to her. I think her name was Amanda. She gave us a full demo, and she really explained everything about their product and gave us like really good, valuable information. And something that I think I would consider looking into their service for not just for Ready Artwork, but for our clients, because they mentioned that it's a hosting solution, right? So they mentioned that their uptime is 100%.
Right.
So just so people are aware, anyone that's listening, hosting will promise like 90-some%, 99, 98% of uptime.
Right.
Yeah, but if you actually look at the percentage, it could be a couple hours or a day of downtime if you look at it from an annual perspective.
Right.
So if they're actually claiming 100% because they have redundancies in different locations for where the storage of the server. So I thought that was really good to have something like that to offer to clients, because then, it's a really reliable resource to have so that your website is up 100%. Because imagine if you are having a special, event, you're at a trade show and you're trying to collect leads and your website's down. Right. That's, a waste. If you have an e-commerce store, if it's a seasonal sales, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and your website it's down, that's a big hit. So having a resource like that that's available with 100% uptime, I think that's worth it for us to look into, so that our clients have a different option to choose from.
Yeah, and I guess for again those people not in the industry, 100%, as far as my understanding, for the last over a decade and so, I've never come across any hosting that guarantees 100% uptime, and they have it in their SLA agreement. So for those of you in that, again, IT or whatever, right, you have SLAs, service level agreements. It's basically a legal document that says, I guarantee this. So within their SLA, they say it's 100%.
Right. And then
One, yeah,
sorry, Victor, echoing what you mentioned about like these platforms kind of including more because of AI. Because she gave us a demo, there was you can also run reports on Google Lighthouse reports to look at your some of your performance and metrics. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's all built in that dashboard.
yeah. No, sorry, the SLA, like what you were saying, we always see 99.9999,
Yeah.
but it always there's always an out. You go out like an hour here, a couple hours there, half a day there, and oh, we're still within our SLA agreement, right?
Right, right.
So it's very common. So that was pretty impressive, right?
Mhm.
And I do see a big shift as well with automatic, right? Some of the biggest plugin providers are now consolidating under one roof. Um, it's eh, it's a good thing because there's consolidation, but at the same time, um, there's also a part of me wants to see like an open ecosystem where there's more competition as well.
Mhm.
So it's great that there's competition.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of on the fence of depending on which perspective you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping it real.
Okay. Did we make any interactions today with attendees, speakers, organizers, anyone that stood out, especially, that was memorable or impactful?
Mm, I got to talk to some locals, if you will, during lunch, right? I think we traded business cards. I forgot her name, but we'll add it on.
Lunch was better today, right, Michael?
A lot better. It's a hot lunch.
It's a hot lunch
Yes.
compared to cold sandwiches yesterday.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, Michael's not a sandwich guy. You know? Um, yeah, he's here with us 2 days in a row. So again, comment if you want more of Michael.
Mhm.
Okay, Victor, back to you. What you were saying, card trading.
um, I thought it was interesting. She was able to sniff out Michael. She's like, "Oh, you're the developer," and then she apologized. Like, I didn't want to stereotype. But out of the three of us sitting there, she pointed him out and said, "Oh, he's a developer."
Yeah.
So they could kind of sniff each other out, the developers. Um, and that conversation was kind of interesting. Like she was talking about how her agency work can be sometimes unfulfilling,
Hmm.
right? Um, because there's so much pressure on the client side to just deliver without, you know, not everyone wants a fully well built out back end and a solid engineered website, right? They just want it good enough to launch.
Hmm.
And that bothers her a lot as a professional. And I get it, right? I think that kind of applies to a lot of industries and a lot of careers. Um, so we're just talking about how we balance that, you
Right.
know. Where Michael working with Adobe, he gets to work with, we call it, we joke about it. It's like, oh, he gets to work with grown-ups, right? But he works on more advanced technical stuff and newer technologies and more enterprise level stuff. And that's where he finds his fulfillment, right?
Mhm.
Versus we also have big WordPress projects as well with clients, but not every single one of them are big. There are some smaller ones.
Mhm.
But I don't know if we, she described it as, stuff that's patched together, on the back end. That's a little extreme though.
But I think it gives perspective, right? Because, you get to work with, in Michael's case, Fortune 100 business, and as well as seeing the perspective from like all the way from startups to medium, small businesses. So I think it's good. I actually personally enjoy that, so that you get to get a taste of, everything.
Yeah. So,
All right. Before we wrap up, I have one last question for maybe both of you. If you guys had to sum up day two, whether it be one word or one idea, um, what would it be?
I guess future development, I guess. Seeing all the different vendors and how I think budget-wise for the vendor that comes to this conference, I think they're a lot bigger, and the goodies that they give out is also a lot better than 8 years ago.
My word was gonna be swag.
Yeah.
I got some really cool swag. Yeah, compared to, a couple years ago when we were going to the LA WordCamp. Yeah.
It was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely this WordCamp is a lot, we haven't been for a while, but it's definitely a lot more organized, a lot more mature. It was running really well. So, I think it's been a good experience so far.
We got to play foosball, Michael and I. Our foosball we used to have a foosball table, and it just got old. We had to retire it. So it's been quite a few years since we played foosball, and we were a little rusty, but it was fun. Yeah. So that was cool.
I'll post a short clip on our social media for anyone that wants to watch you guys play for a little bit.
Cool.
All right. Anything from you, Victor, in terms of one word or one?
Well, I was going to say swag. I don't know.
Okay.
It was kind of. Do you have anything?
I think I want to kind of piggyback what Michael mentioned in terms of the vendors that were there, right? Some of the energy and like the new innovation that were coming out from some of these vendors. Earlier I mentioned Elementor with Ask Angie. I think that's really cool. Was it Automate with, how they're grouping automatics. Thank you. They're grouping everything and to make it a lot easier. And with some of the paid accounts, it comes with some of the other paid plugins, right? So you don't have to worry about, having to pay for 20 different things. So I thought that was really cool how, a lot of these companies are joining together and then also, innovating new things into the product. Yeah.
Yeah. So one more day?
Yes, one more day tomorrow. So that wraps up day 2 of WordCamp 2025. Huge thanks to all the speakers today, volunteers, and the WordPress community for making this day informative and inspiring. So next up is in our series is day 3 highlights. So more community stories and how Ready Artwork is translating these ideas into future-ready digital work, right? So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. And anyone that is actually at WordCamp and listening to this, share with us your favorite moments, whether it be on LinkedIn or Instagram or any of our social media platforms. Would love to hear from you and hear what inspired you the most. Victor, how can listeners get in touch with us if they want to connect?
ReadyArtwork.com, LinkedIn, look up Victor Huynh, Huynh. Make sure you mention podcast so I don't put you in the spam box. Other than that, I'm on all the socials, so just reach out. Happy to connect.
Great. And Michael, thanks again for lending your technical perspective to today's conversation. It's always valuable to have your insights.
Thank you.
Yeah. So until next time, stay curious, stay innovative, and thanks for joining the Raw Spotlight. I'm Emily Au. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Raw Spotlight podcast. We'll see you again next time, and be sure to click subscribe to get future episodes.